Hello, fellow travelers. Today we are taking you on a culinary tour through Scotland. What are some of the traditional Scottish foods out there? Some love them, some hate them. Let's dig in and find out what we think. Hi, I'm Cher, and I love sharing travel with you. If you love travel like I do, then make sure you pop that subscribe button, stick around, and let's see what adventures await us. Hey friends, I'm Cher, and today we're going to be taking you through and exploring a lot of the traditional foods that you can find in Scotland. I think the number one that people think of is haggis. We are going to take you here to the city of Inverness, and we're going to sit down at a restaurant where we are going to sample some good old Scottish haggis. Now, I've tried it in the States before at Scottish festivals, but there's nothing like it authentically.
Coming into Manny's. So enough to not so Scottish. However, we do have some haggis and cheese on the venison burger, so we're gonna try it out.
So haggis is made up essentially of parts of the sheep, heart, liver, lungs, and encased in an animal's stomach, often mixed with oatmeal and minced onion. Now here we had it more as a topping on the burger, and a couple of our friends were not feeling it too much, but a couple of us loved it. It was the best we've ever had. Our friends stuck to mac and cheese instead, which they said was the best they have ever had as well. But another one that I tried while in Edinburgh was a bread pudding stuffed haggis, and it was equally as delicious. So I'm sold on haggis. Now, another thing that everyone thinks about when they think of Scotland is whiskey. Whiskey is huge here. Now, we did not get to do a lot of whiskey tours, but we of course sampled some drinks, like this delicious mocktail in Edinburgh.
And we are in the town of Oban. Very cute little quaint fishing village. Beautiful up hills on the sea. We're gonna go look for some food, maybe shop a little, enjoy the breathtaking scenery.
Nothing like enjoying some drinks with friends, a little whiskey tasting, and just taking in all the views of the little sea villages in Scotland.
Got the bagpipes located. Love the chicken bagpipes everywhere you go.
And here we are settling in a restaurant in Oban, overlooking the sea. Beautiful scenery up here above the store at McIntyre's. This is the views up from above.
Right, here is our view for dinner. Absolutely stunning.
You gotta cheers.
Cheers! You really can't beat the drinks or the food here. A lot of the food you're going to find is seafood, as it is right on the coast, and fishing is a huge staple of Scottish culture. So mussels and fish and chips are big staples, and of course our friends always get mac and cheese. Another quaint fishing village is this town of Mallaig, where our train had stopped at one point, so we came in to enjoy lunch. And Cullen skink is another traditional Scottish recipe. The soups and stews here are amazing. This one's like a chowder. And then this is from the Culloden Museum. We have Cornish hens and oat cake crackers, which are big in Scotland too. And some of this lovely autumn squash soup. Lots of soups in the cold weather in Scotland. And then back in Mallaig, we enjoyed some desserts. So we're going to talk desserts for a moment.
Definitely do love lovely view before we have late lunch. We're going to see what toffee tablet pudding with ice cream. Delicious. Or we'll see if it's delicious. Little shortbread tea.
And of course, tea is big in the UK. Tea time, afternoon tea is very big, especially in England, but Scotland as well. You'll find tea in all of the hotels rather than coffee like we have in the States, often paired with little tea and sandwich cookies. Shortbread is a major staple of Scotland, but you'll also find little jam cookies as well.
Okay, so we're coming here for our morning breakfast. We are still in Inverness, and it's very dead in the morning. It's not real early, but we're gonna come get our full Scottish breakfast.
So in talking about breakfast foods in Scotland, a traditional Scottish breakfast is a rather large meal. It includes several different items on the plate, which we'll talk about in a moment, but we are going to come in here to the Rendezvous Cafe in Inverness and enjoy a full platter. Even the Beatles played here. It's a very popular site and voted as the most recommended breakfast in Inverness. Starting off with the juice and mocha, which we had pretty much at every stop, a mocha. I have not been hungry here. All right, I finally got my full traditional Scottish breakfast. We got eggs, mushrooms, tomatoes, tatty, a potato tatty, baked beans, and toast. So there's a few other things I could have gotten, but I went with just the 7. Also included blood pudding, which is a blood sausage that consists of different cereals with it put together, kind of a gritty material. And if you're wanting a lighter weight option, like I did one morning, you will always find scones everywhere you go. Absolutely delicious. All right, I got scones for breakfast with this little jam that we got at the Aldi's last night. And we got muffins. This is breakfast.
Super tiny.
We're gonna have to find coffee eventually on the boat, maybe, hopefully. Back on the hunt for breakfast another morning, we settled in on the inn where we stayed to go get breakfast. Keep in mind, one thing that I learned on this morning was that I don't have to tip in Scotland. They pay their workers so well that tipping is really not big here. But we enjoyed some salmon toast and a delicious mocha, a really wonderful Scottish staple. I'm trying to figure out pounds. So we got $11.25 I'm paying for breakfast. I've got 2 5s talking to the phone. And then I had to figure out change. So each of these is $1 or a pound. Oh yeah. Look at all that. We got to figure out how to use our change. I think we got it. Okay. We're getting it. And more classic Scottish breakfast that you will find. I had quiche on Victoria Street, enjoyed my first morning in Edinburgh, and the second morning I enjoyed porridge, which is a classic in Scotland. Oats are the main grain that are grown there, so I had some lovely porridge, which is really oatmeal. Now, we had the most incredible dinner. I have to share this one very special evening in Edinburgh as well. This is located by the Waverley train station, and this is where you can go rent a dome to eat with amazing, beautiful views of Edinburgh, the castle up in the distance, and Royal Mile up the hill. This is called Cask Smugglers. Highly recommended, and such a wonderful memory for our last night in Scotland. With the perfect view of the castle background.
Yeah, a couple of tenants, and
here it is inside our cute little setup.
the Royal Mile, it appears.
Yes.
It was hot.
Yeah, it's
really
raining
fast.
We got here. So these are prawns. That's the tapas. We got charcuterie board coming soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Since you're coming, I'll do one of these.
Rainbow! How beautiful. And if you just need a break from Scottish food, you can actually find pizza in Scotland. So this is on Isle of Skye. We went for pizza that night. All right, so we are stopping for kind of a late lunch, dinner, early dinner, and pizza. Not very Scottish, but. Okay, I'm not going to be hungry after this. I'm going to go check out a McDonald's in Scotland and see how different it is from America. One thing we'll note is it's still the MC Donald's, not MAC Donald's. But yeah, we're gonna go in and get a drink. We got a little bit of time to kill before our train. And then we're heading on the choo-choo.
See, like you got veggie dippers.
Wow. Very different. Tasty. I'm gonna get one of the sizes too.
Like that.
So these sizes are different. I had to order a medium to get what our equivalent smalls are. Here, actually, that's not.
It's a medium.
Like
It's a medium.
yeah. Let me ice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have to have a lot of ice.
Paper straws.
In Florida.
Horrific.
And paper And if you just need to cook for yourself or grab a couple of staples, you can hit up some grocery stores. We actually came next door to the train station in Fort William to do a little bit of groceries at the Aldi and just got some breakfast for the next morning. You'll also find some cafes and little places to eat, some food trucks, that sort of thing along the way at different tourist locations like this one is here at the Kelpies, where you can see the famous horses and sculptures. So a little place we stopped to eat as well. I am going to wrap it up here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed a little taste of what it's like eating in Scotland, some of the traditional Scottish foods, and I was so excited to try them after getting some of my Scotland cookbooks back home. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my future Scotland travels.